is the fact that I will soon be assuming the chairmanship of the U.S. Senate's Health, Education, Labor, and Pensions Committee, one of the most important committees in the Congress. And as I move into that position, which has very broad jurisdiction over many of the major issues facing our country, let me tell you what's on my mind and what kind of committee I would like to lead. And I also want, at this moment, to ask for your help, because in the final analysis, as I think most of you know, real change never comes from the top on down, not from Washington to the rest of the country. It always comes from the bottom on up, when millions of people at the grassroots level stand up and fight for what they need. But let me say a few words now about some of the issues that we will be dealing with. And let me start off with our dysfunctional healthcare system. And as I speak to you right now, I'm thinking about a nation that spends twice as much per capita on healthcare as the people of any other nation. We are spending some $13,000 for every man, woman, and child in this nation. That is an astronomical sum of money, and that is unsustainable. Meanwhile, we have worse healthcare outcomes than most other countries, including the fact that our life expectancy, how long we live, is lower than many other countries, despite the fact we spend so much more on healthcare. And of course, as all of you know, the reason for that is that the function of our healthcare system is not to guarantee healthcare to all people, but to make as much money as possible for the insurance companies. So in our country today, while the insurance companies make tens of billions of dollars a year in profit, we have 85 million Americans who are either uninsured or underinsured. We have almost 500,000 people every year who go bankrupt because of medically related expenses.
Good afternoon, friends. Happy New Year's Day to all of you. My friends, I have a new fourth stimulus check update. There are many groups of people that are currently urging that President Biden and Congress take immediate action to establish new crisis relief programs for the American people. Also, you may qualify this year for monthly recurring payments, and these checks may be worth as much as $2,000. My friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video to hear about all of these details. Also know that I'll be giving away 3 $75 Walmart gift cards every Friday. If you would like to enter the giveaways, all you have to do, my friends, is click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. Remember, the more videos that you watch and then leave a comment on, the greater your chances of winning these Walmart gift card giveaways. Now, friends, prices are increasing greatly due to record inflation, but our federal government is debating on providing relief across the United States. So the last stimulus payment was provided in 2021, but some taxpayers who missed out will be able to get their check this year when they file their tax returns. Democratic lawmakers introduced new legislation to increase the state child tax credit for working families in efforts to address rising levels of poverty in the state of New York. A bill to create the New York State Working Families Tax Credit would increase the state child tax credit program to $1,500 per child, up from $500, and also expand eligibility to children under the age of 4 and families making the lowest income levels. Families would then be paid quarterly to help with utilities, food, clothing, and other expenses, especially in this period of very high inflation. Single taxpayers who make an adjusted gross income of $25,000 or less, or couples earning $50,000 or less and who file a joint return, will be eligible for this benefit. It would begin starting with 2023 tax returns that are filed in 2024. Senator Andrew Gennardis, who chairs the Senate Budget and Revenue Committee, sponsors the legislation, which would merge the existing child tax credit and earned income tax credit programs. The proposal would cost an additional $2 billion for a total of $4 billion. It is the senator's top priority for the next state budget. He will be pushing Governor Kathy Hochul to include it in the final spending plan, which is due on April 1st, 2023. The state of New York is flush with cash for now, but has an uncertain financial outlook over the next several years. New York's budget is expected to have a $6 billion budget cap by 2027, following hardships from the crisis and federal aid that is running out. The child tax credit has existed since 1997, so it wasn't technically part of the crisis stimulus package. However, President Biden greatly expanded the credit on March 11, 2021, to further help support American families. Specifically, the expanded child tax credit provided $3,000 per child aged 6 to 17 and $3,600 per child under the age of 6. So it's not a surprise that the child tax credit expansion resulted in an unprecedented reduction in households experiencing food insecurity. 15% of households in 2020 experienced food insecurity, compared with 12% in 2021. This means that as a result of the expansion, 2.5 million fewer children lived in households that experience food insecurity, even though the cost of food has gone up by 12.5% since October 2021. Now, friends, the number of Americans filing new claims for unemployment benefits edged higher last week, but remain in a range indicating that the U.S. job market remains tight, even as the Federal Reserve works to cool demand for labor as part of its bid to lower inflation. Initial claims for state unemployment benefits rose 9,000 to a seasonally adjusted 225,000 for the week ended December 24th. The Labor Department said that the claims figures have been choppy in recent weeks, but have held well below the 270,000 threshold that economists see as a red flag for the labor market. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell said earlier this month that it feels like we have a structural labor shortage out there. The labor market's resilience is a central focus for Fed policymakers, as the U.S. economy has minted an average of 392,000 new jobs a month last year, despite rapid rate hikes and despite growing fears of a recession. Officials see that their strength is providing ample room for them to continue to raise interest rates to bring down inflation, which by their preferred measure remains nearly 3 times their targeted level of 2% annually, even if it has recently shown signs of heading lower. The central bank has lifted rates from near zero in March to their current range of 4.25% to 4.5%, and Fed officials project it will breach the 5% mark in 2023, which is a level not seen since the year 2007. Many economists believe that companies are likely to cut back on hiring before embarking on layoffs. Employers have been generally reluctant to lay off workers after struggling to find labor during the crisis. So friends, what are your thoughts on the current labor market? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Well, my marvelous and magnificent friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this New Year's Day. Thank you so much, friends, for joining me here, and I want you all to know that I sincerely appreciate all of you for being part of this community. So for this week, I will be announcing 3 winners for a $75 Walmart gift card giveaway on Friday. If you would like to enter that giveaway, all you have to do, my friends, is click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. And do make sure, friends, that you are also subscribed to my channel. Remember that the more videos that you watch and leave a comment on, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. Thank you, friends, and have a wonderful and blessed New Year's Day.